Hey, what is going on, guys? KingRazzel here, and welcome to another episode of this little mini-series that I'm doing for Black Ops 2 Zombies, getting ready for Black Ops 3 Zombies, and this time we are in Die Rise. Now, Die Rise, in my opinion, is the easiest map to get to high rounds on. You can see here I'm on 50. There's two reasons it's kind of easy. Number one is the Nova 6 crawlers are in this map. Nova 6 crawlers should not be an issue to you, especially if you're dealing with zombies. I mean, in solo at least. I think in multiplayer there's like 8 on the map maybe, but in solo there's only 2 on the map at any time. I'm not gonna say I've never gotten down to them before because they have very awkward movement like patterns, but they're very short rounds, which speeds up the process a little bit. Plus you have the Sliquifier for the zombies rounds, which is just, it's OP in this game type. It's like I don't know if you need to shoot it twice, but I shoot it twice.
You got it.
And it just wrecks the zombies. I don't know. You'll see me use it here shortly. I'm just placing claymores to place them. I was trying to get like a path of claymores back there and just run them through that and see if it would actually kill them, or how many of them it would kill in like a train if I ran it back there. But they would keep knocking them out. Usually zombies don't spawn back there if you're running this little area that I'm running. I don't know how popular this area is as a zombies running spot. It's the one that I always use. It's my favorite. It's kind of like a little pendulum thing, I guess. It reminds me of a crescent moon, I think they're called. Like the half moon or the sliver of the moon is what it reminds me of. But I just run them like this. And yeah, they'll pretty much just stay in that line. You really don't even need to worry about them. You can run around that pole if they get too out there, but for the most part, you're pretty much golden. And then you run them down here, and you hit them with the Sliquifier, and that's pretty much a whole wave in a round down. I mean, this is pretty, like I said, the Sliquifier is amazing. When you run down there, though, there's one thing you gotta watch out for, and that is the purple goo. Now, if you run straight back up, the purple goo is gonna get you. The purple goo is gonna get you. But if you run straight back up here, the purple goo will get you. And I see down there's an insta-kill, and I really want to get to it, but those zombies are right there, and it gets me in trouble. You'll see here in a second, I'm really wanting to get up there, and I could have died right here very easily. It was just a dumb decision on my part to try and get this thing, and I had to make those crawlers, and it's gonna fuck me over here in a second, and you'll see it. And I run down here, and the insta-kill's gone anyway, so I'm gonna go down here in a second. Completely my fault, just stupid down that I shouldn't have had. I could have just ran right back up right there. But I wanted to get, I hate having crawlers around the map, because if you have crawlers around the map, it leads to instances like that, where you can think you can jump over them or you can get past them, but you end up just getting stuck on it, which is what happened to me right there. And Who's Who kind of saved me. I hate Who's Who. It's probably my least favorite perk of the newer perks that were introduced in this Black Ops 2 that I can think of. I don't know. I don't really like perma perks because they make it a little bit too easy, but that's a topic for another day. Actually, that's a topic for today, but it'll be a little bit later because I'll talk about Tombstone, which came into kind of contact, but I'll talk about that in a second. But anyways, that was Who's Who, and I've had some issues with Who's Who. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever played this and gone into Who's Who, then you come back, and it just keeps saying Who's Who over and over and over and over again. Even when you're back alive and you have all your perks and everything like that, it just keeps saying Who's Who. Until, I think it may go away after you die, or maybe it's just after you leave the game, I don't know. But I was deathly afraid that was going to happen whenever I was doing this. That's one of the reasons I was trying to not go down, or trying my ass off not to go down, but I went down right there anyways. And, yeah, I've had that happen to me before, and luckily it didn't happen this playthrough, but I've had that happen to me before, and I know my friend it's happened to him before, so let me know if it's happened to you guys before, because I'm curious if that's a glitch with my end or something else. But I kind of shouldn't have ran up this way that quickly. It didn't really screw me right there. It could have, but if you run up this way, then they can follow you with the green goo, and it can really, like, you can slip on it, and it'll just put you into very precarious positions, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I haven't talked about my guns or anything like that. The first thing I like to do in the map is get the trample steam built, The trample steam, as you'll see right there, it's really not... I'll take it in a few minutes, whenever this round's over, just to kind of mess around. But it's really not that big of a deal for me, because I like to have it built so I have an escape plan up there, because if you jump off that, you're going to get to the bottom. I mean, it'll be better explained whenever I jump on it, but if you jump off that, you'll have an escape route down here. And so that's pretty much what I like to do in the beginning of the game, is get that belt, because it's just kind of out of the way if you're not going to do it in the beginning. And then you'll see my guns right here. Typically, I just get Juggernog and Speed Cola and Double Tap, I guess. Or no, I get Mule Kick. I always forget Mule Kicks on. I think there's only like 2 Mule Kicks in this Black Ops 2. I think this map has one, and I want to say Buried has one. Origins may have one, but if it does, it's in the Wonder Fizz thing, and I never get it. I never get lucky enough to get it if it is in there. I don't think I've ever had Mule Kick on Origins, but it may be in there. But anyways, back to my setup. I've got the Ray Gun Mark 1, and it's Pack-a-Punched. I've got the Sliquifier, which is, like I said, it's pretty much OP in this game type, because it's like a 2-hit kill, and then the whole entire cluster is dead. So definitely get that. And then I have the PDW Pack-a-Punched, because the PDW, while it's not amazing, it's very good for, like you saw me there, I was taking out the zombies with the insta-kill. That's what I like to have Mule Kick for, is just kind of a throwaway weapon to have fun with if I'm getting bored. And that's why I like Mule Kick so much, because it gives you a third weapon. And usually there's like 2 powerful weapons in the game, and then there's like just regular weapons that can be powerful. Like the DSR is a good example. It can be powerful, and that's what I would use. But in this instance, I really didn't want to use the DSR because I've been using it so much. So instead, I'm using this. And then in Mob of the Dead, I'm not going to use the DSR either. But anyways, we're going to run them back down here. I think, like, waves go really fast. Usually in a zombies game, it's around... like I said in Transit, I think it's around 10 minutes at this point if you're just running with normal weapons. But with the Sliquifier, rounds go by so fast. I think getting to this point only took me like 3 hours, I want to say. It's really short if you have the Sliquifier. Plus, like I said, the Nova 6 crawlers, they make it a lot shorter as well. So if you're looking to get to high rounds, this is a good map for it. And then Mob of the Dead's also a good map for it, but I'll go over that whenever I go over that. If you're going to high rounds, though, definitely do not go to Nuketown. I'll fucking tell you that right now. It's the most difficult. And if you already did Nuketown, you got to 50 and everything like that, like I'm trying to do, is get to 50 in all these maps. If you've already done that on Nuketown, then this is going to be cake for you. You're not going to have any issues at all with this map. There are several other areas to run if you want to run it. But typically, this is the one I run, and I'm not that familiar with the other ones. I know some people like to run on the roof. I really don't know, like the roof of the other building over to the side. I don't know how that works exactly. I've never tried it. Where the box spawns initially would be a decent place to run. I was thinking about trying that out, but I only had to play through this like 5 times, so I really didn't try that many different strategies because, like I said, I really didn't have to play this that much because I found it really easy. But, you know, you may want to try that out. And also down in the... I typically call it the Buddha room, but it's at the very bottom of the map, and it's got all those pillars. It's like upside down, but that could also be a good place to run, but this is typically where I run. I'm not sure where most people run, but I assume... And you could also run down in that room that I'm running down, just make that your main room. But if they start coming through this big opening right here, and then they can do like a drop-off where that crawler fell down that I was talking about earlier, they can drop off there, and that can make it difficult to run in that room down there. But yeah, I mean, this is not my favorite map. It's an okay map. This is kind of where I feel like zombies started to head in the direction of more silly and less serious. Because, I mean, Transit, this is the first map pack. Transit, it wasn't a great map. It wasn't, I don't find it silly. It just wasn't a typical zombies map because you had the fog and stuff like that. It was a massive map and it was really fun. I feel like the setting was a little bit more serious than this one is. This one I don't find that serious. I don't know why. I just find it to be too colorful, I guess. I don't really know. The Sliquifier kind of makes it silly to me. I mean, zombies are what the vaudeville act or whatever they call it, where they're like stumbling. But that kind of makes it more silly to me, and that's why I'm really not that big a fan of this map. And then they kind of went back to it with Mob of the Dead. Not like silly, they went back to serious with Mob of the Dead. And then Buried just, I hate Buried. Buried is seriously my least favorite map. Not because I find it difficult, just because I don't like the Wild West theme at all. And then fucking Huckleberry Finn, I can't remember what the hell his name is. I feel like it's Huckleberry or something like that, something to that effect. But I don't like him at all. He's just a big bumbling, in your way son of a bitch, and I hate him. But that's gonna be for Buried when we get to Buried. Right now, there's really not much talked about. We're just running right back and forth to the same exact places. Like I said, Sliquifier is pretty much beast right now. Take these zombies out. And run right back up here. That's pretty much all I got. Now, I should be getting to the last few zombies, I think. I don't see any more spawning. There's a few right there. So I'm going to take this dude out right here, maybe. Or maybe I'm just going to have a party. I think I'm just going to have a party and run around right now. But another reason that the Nova 6 crawlers are so important. Oh, and if you're wondering why I went to 52 instead of going to 51, was because the Nova 6 crawlers came on round 50 and I wanted to show off. And that's why that trample seam's there. If I need the escape route, typically I don't think I took it at all during this game, and you want to make sure you line it up and take it before you actually need it in the game, because if you line it up and then you try to take it when you haven't like did a test run on it, you could definitely screw yourself. And you just want to make sure you don't do that. But I usually place that right there. That's my escape route. And you'll see right here. Alright, I tried to do like a belly slide and it didn't work out, so I just jumped. And I'm trying to kill myself, by the way. I'm not that stupid. I had no idea what happened right there. I was so confused as to why I spawned back. But I was playing Mob of the Dead with, or not Mob of the Dead, I was playing Buried. Getting ready for my Buried thing. I was playing Buried with one of my friends, and he suggested that I probably have Tombstone, because that also sort of happened in that he got me up and then I had all my perks still. So he suggested that I had Tombstone on. And yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's Tombstone Pro or whatever. Whatever the perma perks are, I don't know what they call them exactly, but Tombstone perma perk. And that's what I think that was. I'm not positive on that, but that's what I think it was. But anyways, guys, that is the end of Die Rise. I'm going to go ahead and check my stats. My stats really, or not my stats, but my leaderboard position. It's not really that impressive. You'll see it right there. 6,200 and, or 62,000. 62,614. I was seeing how much, or like, if I would have got to 53, how much higher it would have been. I think. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Just kind of chilling on the leaderboards. But anyways, guys, that is the end of this video. The next one I'm going to be doing is Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead is... I've actually been having some difficulties with it. I wasn't expecting to, because I had already made it to 45, but I'm having a little bit of difficulties with it. So we'll see how it goes exactly. I don't like Afterlife very much, but we'll talk about that whenever Mob of the Dead comes around. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope I was able to help you out with the zombies Die Rise thing. Like I said, if you're going for high rounds and you just want to get your first one done, then definitely try Die Rise, because it is a pretty easy map. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.